Don't get the ghetto. Funky ghetto. Trying to survive. Won't you stay alive? Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
I used to work with him. I worked with Too Short at the Civic Center back in 1990.
Won't you tell them about it Too Short?
Yeah, you play too much. Just a Thought Podcast is just clowning. We here. Fred Potter here along with
Amaru.
That's right. We do what we do. Thanks for listening again.
It's the third one.
Yes, the third one and counting. You know, sometimes it's kind of hard to come through some stories and come up with some stuff that has to happen around the world, and us bringing it out Just a Thought Podcast, our way, our style, just to give you another perspective on it. But you know what? Things that seem to just fall into place them damn self.
Yes, you can't write this shit.
No, you can't. I mean, just for I'm mad at nature right now. Why do you ask?
Nature messing with you?
Let me tell you, man. I have a battle with these damn birds every year.
Oh, what woodpecker fucking with you again?
You remember Woody Woodpecker? But these damn birds, they turn off the ghetto because
Ghetto. Tell them about it Too Short.
Morning gown. That was.
No,
man.
He got his mouth fixed up.
Every damn year, these birds try to put a bird's nest around our deck underneath and all that, and we ain't having it with the little bird turds and all that.
So y'all feuding?
Feud, man. So normally it's not a big deal. Last year it was a battle. They built it up. I knocked down their nest, and I'm thinking on the bird.
So they going.
There was a battle.
Oh, okay.
They get a lot of progress during the day, and I come home and knock that shit down, and they were so.
I bet you it was a challenge to them too.
It was a big challenge. Birds are smart and stupid at the same damn time.
I've been into it with a couple animals before, man.
But looking at it on the bird's perspective, yes, I have a little empathy for the damn birds. I realized, look at the bird, probably a dude bird trying to get a house built for his lady.
Right.
You know, probably got 37 birds, about 14 different birds.
You got all these mouths to feed.
Yeah. And then I keep knocking the house down, and the female bird probably still talking
popping
shit.
off at him. Yep. Got her hand like,
Charles the bird promised me a condo house. What keep happening, James? So,
right.
So I'm kind of empathetic towards that shit, but they don't understand. On my point, I don't want no bird shit around. So that was last year's process. Yeah. This year, the spring is nice, and there's bad and good.
You been to court yet over this matter?
Well, I was trying to catch up with it because what they're doing, they're taking some insulation out the house. They found a little crack in the house, and they taking that shit out. And I went outside today to confront the damn bird. He flew the fuck away like they do. Chicken shit bird.
You hate that?
Yeah, I can't stand that.
You can't stand here and talk like a man.
I gave him the bird, and he just took off anyway.
You just go, you just go fly away.
But the good news is, when you're around, they don't fly into the little crack that I have in the house. Let me rephrase that. The little slit in the house that I have where they're taking the insulation out. The opening. So I was raking my leaves today.
So what's the score?
I'm ahead.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know how much insulation has been out, but they haven't built a bird's nest. I had the people out taking down. They tried to put up a little wire mesh shit. Didn't work because they were smart enough to get into that shit. So I put some Corona cartons in an empty 6-pack Corona cartons, rolled it up, put it in there, and taped around it. They can't get in there now. See, I'm teaching these people that's coming out trying to solve your bird problem some shit, because I'm having them come out again and get up there and have a ladder tall enough to do this. But it's just irritating because I love spring, but it's a battle with these birds every damn year. And it's not. But it did help me do my grass today as far as raking my leaves, because the whole time I was out there, they didn't fly. I was looking up. I know my neighbors was looking at me like I was crazy. So I was raking my leaves, looking up, like and the birds still winning because I got a crick in my neck from that shit. But it's a productive thing. But
I done got into it with my neighbors before, man. I remember a few years back, man, it was probably about, so I say about 12 years ago, man. I got into it with my neighbor, my squirrel neighbor.
So,
Yeah,
you talking about squirrels, right?
Yeah, squirrels, man. We had this real big ass tree in the backyard, and that was they just moved in.
That was their haven.
That was their spot. I came off a tour one day. I was in my blue demon, the blue neon, and I was unpacking the car and everything, and I had seen like the squirrel on the ground on the left side was dead, and I was like, dang. And I looked up, and I was like, ooh, it must have fell from way up there, like ooh. Somebody gonna be mad, So I just continued, taking my stuff to the car, taking it in the house from the tour. And then I went back out to the car, and I saw I thought it was the boyfriend or the husband or whoever. He came out and looked like he was looking for her, and I was looking up. I was like, "Ooh, he gonna be mad when he see her and everything." And I'm like watching this take place, and then he looked down. He thought he seen something. I was like, "Ooh!" I sat back and started watching. He came down a tree and then kind of looked at her. I was like, "Oh, I hope you don't think." And then he looked at me. I was like, "Hey, I ain't had nothing to do with that. I don't know why you looking at me." And he looked at me, and then he looked at her, and then he ran up to her, and he looked at her, and then man, this nature is beautiful, man.
It is, man. But I don't have to have
her up like some old movie tip was like, and then looked at me and was like, "Nah." I was like, "Hey, man." I was looking around looking for witnesses. I was like, "Hey, man, hey, look, she was there." I was telling her, I was giving her I was like, "Hey, man, I don't like how you talking to me and how you accusing me. I came here just like you and discover her just laying there." You know what I'm saying? Man, nature is beautiful, dog. He took her. He took her all the way up the tree. He took her all the way up the tree with how he did it, and put her in the hole in the tree. I was like, damn, that was beautiful. Then he came back down the tree, and had it out with me. No, he came, man. It was nuts. Dog, it was straight guts. He was like, he blamed me for it. I was like, look, dude. Like this
squirrel's trying to get a nuts.
The squirrel was upset. I was like, I got alibis. I got witnesses. That squirrel was there already.
I bet a bird seen what happened.
Right. Like you just gonna I was upset because it's just gonna assume that I did it. I'm afraid of heights. I wasn't going up there to your house. I don't go to your house. You know what I'm saying?
That's why that song, Eyes on the Sparrow.
Man, look here. I was upset. Man, he got my blood pressure up and everything. We've been
like right now.
No, yeah, man. Just thinking about it because it was never resolved.
This is recent.
Like he's still think I murdered his wife.
He's still around.
I think he tried to set me up. He pushed her out of the hole and then was like, "I'm just gonna blame it on him because he's trying to collect the insurance." You know what I'm saying? They got $100,000 in nuts.
Nut insurance.
Nut insurance. They got $100,000 in nut insurance saved away. It was one of the bad winners too. So he had to
Growing up, did you have dogs? Did you have animals?
Oh, we had everything.
Yeah, all kind of shit.
We even had squirrels. We had pigeons.
That's how you knew.
The pigeons, yeah.
Never.
Like nothing. You had nothing.
So you like pigeons like Tyson did?
No, I ain't going that far. We just know what they look like because they was around all the time.
I like pigeons. We had a couple of dogs. I had my personal dog's name was Chumley. I was probably 5. Chumley ran away. He didn't like us.
I had a total.
I mean, dogs are cool, but I'm not a fan of the dog.
Why is that?
Shits and stuff. Like I keep my yard pretty nice, and when I was raking today, I saw one pile of dog shit. Somebody's dog stray, and you can't help but pick it up. But it seems like because we live on the corner line, as you've seen, there's always dogs always want to shit in our yard, right? When I fit,
but that's natural.
It's natural. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but as long as they pick up that shit, the owner's looking at me. As long as they pick it up, that's not cool.
Phenomenon to me. That's a new phenomenon.
So you basically saying if some dog shit in your yard, you think you wouldn't say nothing, you wouldn't care.
Let me look at it like this. I guess as a kid, and even in my 20s, I really never thought about it, and it's a new phenomenon for me to see people picking up shit after their dogs. It's like, it's shit.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Supposed to do. Rain comes and wash the shit away.
No, not really. It just makes it mushy, man. And I like walking in my yard if I don't have no shoes on.
I hear you.
Sometimes,
I feel you.
So if I don't have a dog, I don't want your dog.
Maybe it's not have been an issue because a lot of places where I was at, that it was gated. Maybe
it's illegal, so they'll pick up and it's cool. And it's a little uncomfortable because they're having a conversation with me as their dog is shit, in my yard. Now, if they don't pick
the
it up,
dog is like, don't mind me.
believe it, I'm just doing what I do. Believe you me, I don't mind it because that's just nature. Yeah. But if I see
never really
him,
thought about it, man.
If I see him and I find you and I see where you live, you're gonna have shit in your yard that next morning. Like, and I don't even have a dog.
I can see the dog, he just always coming in my spot right there, just shitting it up, and then now it's a big shit ring around my yard or something. And
not having it.
But especially if you got kids, you want them to be able to roll around, and they because the kids will roll and some shit.
If I lived in the country, maybe.
Yeah, that's
a big difference.
I lived on a farm, so that's why I was saying like.
So you used to dog shit, cow shit, horse shit.
Running around and shit.
We got shit all over the corner. We got pig shit, goat shit
everywhere.
You name it.
I can teach you the fundamentals of shit.
I don't know, man. I mean, and we had a rabbit. Well, I shouldn't say we. My daughter.
Who took care of the rabbit?
Well, kind of. His name was Dexter. Dexter didn't like me.
But who took care of the rabbit?
Well, I cleaned the cage a lot of times, but they had to get the rabbit out. I couldn't hold the rabbit.
But Dexter's better like you for making sure Dexter ate, right?
No, they made sure Dexter ate. I ain't gonna go that far. I ain't gonna act like I was a rabbit friend because I wasn't. I'm not a big animal person, man. Again, if I lived in the country, I probably would have a couple dogs.
You don't like animals and shit, man?
I just don't like to. I'm clean, man. I'm sorry. You see how I keep the house?
Okay.
I'm a clean motherfucker. I can't help it. This is how I was brought up.
I like animals, man. I like, because they loyal.
You ever had a pet rat? I mean, you maybe had rats and didn't call them a pet.
Well, we had a couple mice I just killed. They was kind of keen.
Really?
I recorded one of them. See, what happened is they get a little smarter, and we killed their parents. And so for a couple of days, one of them came out looking for Mama like, what? She said she was going to be back Thursday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell they babies because they all extra small and shit. They get around the trap. They can eat everything on the thing without getting caught because they're too damn small and shit.
Right.
We recorded one of them. He was just looking up at the camera and he turned the light on. True story, man.
Hey, man. If I see the mouse, I'm sorry. Years ago, my wife grew up in the country, and I didn't cohabitate with mice very well. Who's that screaming? You looking at him? Grown-ass man. There was a mouse in our house maybe
that's Kristen.
18 years ago.
That'd be Kristen in there. Oh my God, man. Well, I'm like, come on, man.
I'm jumping on the stairs, up and down. Get it. Well, yeah. That's
now, they startle you when they running across the...
They're more scared of you, of course.
Right. They startle you when they running. So some of them don't care, man. Some of them don't care. Some of them, the ones that don't care is the one that got caught. That's the ones that come to me. No, it's the one that got caught in a trap a couple times and escaped. You know what I'm saying? So one of their eyeballs don't work right. You know what I'm saying? It'd be Uncle Joe. You know what I'm saying? And he'll just look at you because he want revenge anyway. I done seen one of them, man. He be looking at you like this eyeball be pulsating like this. Because he had got caught up one time. That one trap back in 73.
Just the thought is on a nut today. Talking about rodents and animals.
Man.
Hey, man, do you play the lotto?
Yeah, we play.
I think the
Powerball. We kind of ain't got no choice, man.
625 million or something.
Yeah, we got a GoFundMe right now going. We trying to get whatever we can.
For the movie.
Yeah, yeah. We trying to get it wherever we can, man. It seems like I'm overdue for a win, man. I won the scratch off. I won the pick 3 twice. Well, kind of won. Well, I won once in high school. This how it went.
Way back.
So I was working at Myers, and I used to play the number. One of my foster homes, everybody in the house played. So Pops already knew I had won. He was like, "Did you get your money, man?" I was like, "Oh no, I missed it." It was 2 numbers I played, 714 and 512. It was my birthday and my brother's birthday, and I was dating this new chick, and because I was dating her, I had missed playing the lottery. So I broke up with her, man. I was mad. She made me lose money already. I'm like, we ain't even official yet. I lost $500 messing with you. So I broke up with her the next week. I played 512. Pops was like, did you get your money, man? I was like, yeah. I called in sick.
She was bad luck, huh?
Yeah, she was bad luck because I won $500 the very next week playing my numbers.
So you only went out with one and done?
That was it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when I won, I was on lunch break. Or So that's what I told my boss. And then
So your bookie.
I was checking the thing, I was just loitering in the store looking and was like, ooh, is that? I was like, hey, what does that number say? She was like 512. I said, ooh,
Heart of flow.
I don't feel good. I gotta go home. I'm sick. But could you cash this out real quick? $500, man. That felt so good.
That was back in high school.
But I didn't gave all that money back trying to play to win again.
See, that's what I was
like crack.
I play every now and again when it's a certain amount. Shit, the
Yeah,
classic
that's what
lotto,
we play really when it's the big.
Yeah,
thing,
I used to play classic lotto. That's still like $3 or $4 million, which I could use still.
Yeah.
But when it gets up there, you pay $2 a ticket now. Why not? Somebody got to win. It's usually some old.
Right? Why the old people got to win all the time?
I think it's a setup.
Yeah, man, what can we? I just need $2,500. I'm good on Thursday.
Yeah, but somebody gonna win it. It's never somebody from Michigan though. I think we're due.
No, not the big
Powerball. It's always somebody from some other state.
It's always somebody that almost lost the ticket or forgot the ticket or
that's retired.
The last one, some dude left his ticket at the store. The dude from the register kept it for him the next day. Remember who he was and gave it back to him. It was the almost a Billy. What was the one that was almost a Billy?
Really?
Yeah, he gave it back to him.
He should have got his ass whipped.
He said he was his new angel friend, so he was gonna hook him up or whatever.
He better. He gonna come.
I remember working at 7-Eleven when I was a kid, man, and I saw somebody scratch off that won $2,000 in front of me, and my cousin was in the store and he was looking. I was like, no. Don't doing him on the head.
Cameras, they got cameras. Stop.
But they didn't care. They didn't care. They was looking at me like, "Cuz." I'm like, "Nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Let that man go."
What's funny?
I was working for minimum wage, $5 an hour. He just hit for $2,000. I'm upset.
No, you say you was work. Of course, you quit.
I was upset.
Whatever job you working
you
at,
you win $100. You supposed to quit.
Some people just, I'm going to continue working. There is no way.
If you win more than $1 million in this day and age, you go to I'm going to continue working. I know $1 million.
$1 million, maybe. Because you getting,
in this day and age,
they taking about four off the top. $400K off the top.
Baby, if they catch me. If Trump can get away with it, I'm going to get away with it.
Right. Good call. Speaking of him, well, you know what? The big deal this week was the diversion, I should say, is him bad mouthing the dead.
Oh man,
you know what? The thing about it, the McCain thing, it's childish for the president. Now people they do it all the time. Like if me and you talked about it, because McCain, I think he changed his ways a little bit, but he was against MLK holiday. But you know what? It's so minute now compared to how this other dude is doing. But you don't speak it. I just don't think you speak of the dead like that. And his daughter has to listen to it, and I don't know, man. I guess it was. I put on the same lines as you talking about my mama.
Talking about my mama.
Is everybody else okay? No. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. And this dude here has no. I mean, there's no deplorable. It's just
no couth.
No couth.
That's what my girlfriend told me one time. I had no couth.
No couth. You had to look that up.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like couth. I don't eat couth at all.
That sounds like something that happened when you having sex.
That sounds like something you're supposed to have at Thanksgiving. You didn't have any couth.
Man, I'm
allergic to couth.
I had couth one time.
Right, couth one time. I pulled my eyes up and everything.
Yeah, but I just think it's.
I never seen nothing like
he tops himself every week.
You can't write it. You can't write that.
But somehow they still say that's cool.
You can't write that, man. I'm nervous about the report. The report just came out.
Yeah, it's finally done, right?
It's finally done. I'm a little nervous. But if you've been paying attention to, I'm a political junkie, so if you've been paying attention to it, you know that he's also farmed off different things that have come up within his investigation. So to the lower district of New York, they want their money. Trump owe them. Trump family owe $500 million, and New York want their money. They don't give a fuck about him being the president, none of that shit. So the lower district of New York, they want his ass.
Yeah, seemed like they could have. took that into consideration before you got to pay this back before you could run.
No, but because all the stuff that he could pardon himself and get away with it on the federal level, but he can't do it on the state level. So New York want that ass. They want their money. They it was a little over $500 million. They like, yep, we gonna get that ass. So he may not get caught up in no collusion and all that other shit. He gonna get caught up on taxes. He don't get caught. He don't go to jail for taxes.
I mean, the loopholes he's been finding and not showing his taxes.
No, over 40.
People forget about that too.
He's been a criminal for 40 years, so he got grandfathered into. That's what the Mueller report gonna say. We just got tired at some point. I think he had some kind of he ripped Jesus off somehow. We just all the witnesses out there.
I watched a little bit of story on I don't even think it was CNN because I have to keep it fair. If you're gonna watch something on CNN, I have to at least listen to what Trump says when he's talking in these crazy rallies that he has, because I want to form my opinion. I've said that before. Right. I don't want to have it chopped up by any particular station. Right. And there's a lot of shit I've learned about that family, man. They had a program on the Trumps. Man, it's kind of ridiculous.
Look here.
I don't know how he got to where he's at,
right,
and how he had
because he got naked pictures on everybody. You know how many parties he threw? Come on, think about it. Put him along the lines of Hugh Hefner without being as smooth. He was a kid that didn't nobody want to fuck with. They didn't nobody. Who you inviting to your party? We're gonna invite Donald Trump, man. There wasn't nobody saying that shit. Nobody wanted Donald, but Donald was the rich kid. So Donald was like, fuck it. I throw my own parties. I got the money. And of course, everybody want to be somebody and be seen with somebody he could invite and pay to come to his party, celebrities or whatever. So everybody want to be seen with the celebrities. So now all of a sudden, Donald Trump is the cool kid, whatever. But everybody knows he's just got the house and the money and the drugs and everything. And best believe he was taking pictures. Best believe.
So he got something on somebody.
Even
Mitch McConnell.
That's why Lindsey Graham be doing the shit he doing. Mansplaining the bullshit he be mansplaining because he got some naked pictures on Lindsey. He got some naked pictures on Lindsey.
Lindsey Graham?
Oh, yeah. You ever see Lindsey Graham? He'll say, it is blue outside right now. It is blue. Trump say, it's red. I said it was red outside, and that's what I mean, damn it. He got some naked pictures on him. He didn't have no naked pictures on John McCain. That's why John was like, fuck you with both thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have them type of pictures on. Motherfuckers was going to his parties. Mm-hmm. They was going to his parties, and he got his people.
He was putting something in their drink
for a later date because he was being groomed by the Russians. They was letting him know. Yeah, this
he was getting them drunk.
This is how you get right. Up, man. This is how you get people compromised. So they was going here.
That's what Jim Jones did to the people back in the day.
Look here,
signing blank.
Look at here.
look at here.
You can have some compromise on me. You can the naked pictures. Oh yeah, I should have had some lotion on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna claim it. I will. If you don't deny it, they ain't got a story. I don't give a damn. Yeah, that's me. My elbows is ashy.
You a fool.
For real. I'm not playing.
So the latest this week on celebrity news.
Oh.
R. Kelly, he's trying to get.
I ain't seen him in a few days.
He's trying to get a permission to go over to Dubai to perform. He's trying to get out of the country. Leads me to believe
because he's gonna say bye bye.
He's gonna do a Roman Polanski.
Yeah, he's gonna say bye bye.
So I know my brother was wanting to believe that he has money, and you said the same thing. I don't know.
He got money that he can't get.
He just can't get to it. I don't think he's smart enough to know to have his money in Switzerland.
Somebody was smart for him.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
They wasn't smart enough to get him out of the trouble, though, right?
Somebody is smart for everybody. You getting into Hollywood know somebody who done told him, "Hey,
do this."
You need to go ahead and do this real quick.
Yeah.
Period. That's period. And then what the thing with Trump is, when he got to the White House, everybody tried to tell him this is how everybody does it. Trump was like,
"Nope, no. This is where I'm going." That's one thing I will say. He doesn't fall into the category of people that's into that Illuminati crap. You never heard that. He got
naked pictures on them too.
Yeah.
They just aluminum now.
So I ain't tripping on that with him. He is his own man. Yeah. Like him or love it or hate it, whatever. I just don't think he should be president.
That part of him piqued my interest when he first came out talking about, I was like, oh, that's a shake-up. Okay, cool. I could. Oh,
But I never.
Did you
ever think that it would get to this far?
No, but to hear him speak, when I first heard him speak, I was like, this dude using just 4 words. Repeating them.
He says
mixing
the same
them up.
thing. He says the same thing.
He doesn't have a vocabulary. And for that reason, I'm like,
he has the best words.
Right. I have the best words. And now, I just said them.
Are you off? 1, 2, 3, 4. I said all 4. I mean, we clowning him, but he's still number 45.
That's why it's the last season. I think it's the last season of Veep, because they couldn't compete. They could when they first started the show Veep on HBO. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They had a hard time convincing some of the producers that some of these storylines would be not just too ridiculous to put on. Now it's the opposite.
Julia Dreyfus was good in that show.
Right. They can't compete. That's the last season. They can't compete with the real shit that's going on.
They have to do a real show about it.
It's not outrageous anymore.
And it's on there. It's called the clown. I can't remember what it's called. The circus.
The circus.
Something. You know what I'm talking about? Real
it's the
shit.
Circus. The real shit, man.
I mean, you can't.
It's the best unscripted show ever to happen.
Ever. This is the best and worst reality show ever. And it just keeps train wreck and just keeps going. It keeps topping itself every day.
The newscasters, they love it. If you just watch some of them, they just be giggling and giddy, especially when it comes to who's running for 2020. Like,
right,
they don't have proper water in Flint, and you just giddy and
don't even care.
And don't even care.
I seen something that was.
You only care if it's a talking point.
I seen the Dominican Republic on one of the one of the beaches, what have you. There was so much waste. It was ridiculous. I mean, ocean. I mean, it's just many other things you need to deal with.
Because we're not dealing with our infrastructure. We're just so busy wanting to pocket profits.
And this is the same person that doesn't even believe in the global warming. So I think it's just we're headed for.
We're trying to get his money, man.
Of course. And people say, oh, well, look at the economy. And
the earth is getting rid of.
You don't have peace of mind.
Of its amoebas. And that's us. The earth is getting rid of us. It's trying to cleanse itself out.
It sounds like that prelim to your movie.
I'm trying to say, man, the earth is trying to cleanse.
Got some popcorn, nigga.
Yo, the earth is trying to. The earth is
telling us something.
The earth is a living
trying to
organism.
tell you,
The earth is a living organism. Yeah. It's trying to say, look here, you little ugly things got to go.
And guess who's gonna still be here after we go?
Trump.
Them damn birds. That's what They still gonna be around.
We got your installation now.
We got it now.
We got your whole house.
I'm telling you, they're trying to make powder manor around this piece, man, in the neighborhood. But yeah, you are absolutely correct on that, Amaru, because we are ignoring a lot of stuff we should be ignoring.
A lot of stuff.
And it's giving us all kind of warnings. But we worried about Space Force. You brought your rabbit ass mind. Space Force. You pure uranium 36 explosive space modulator. I don't understand this dude.
For y'all young folks, you don't know what he just did.
That's the Bugs Bunny. Looney Tunes.
For the young folk.
The Flint Water situation, of course, is still at the forefront, and they act like it's not at the forefront. They still,
unless it's a talking point.
Well,
only if it's a talking point. If it's to win black votes, they'll be there. They're gonna be in Flint. They just trying to figure out how to go back to Flint without having to fix them pipes yet.
They should start it now. They should start it now. Then the earlier the better.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Here, I'm gonna let you know. This is unsolicited to those who thinking about running for office.
Yes, he's about to drink nice cool water.
That's up, ain't it?
Yes, right.
That's up, ain't it? I'm gonna tell you who's gonna win the presidency right now. I'm going to predict who's going to win right now.
Let's hear it.
Today.
Let's hear it.
The first person that go to Flint and fix them pipes, that's who wins.
That's who gets my vote.
You're going to win every black vote in the country. Just like that. Go fix the pipes in Flint right now, and you win the vote. You ain't even got to do a speech in the black neighborhood. We going to have a meeting, the black delegation, and it's going to be, that's it. We going to vote you in. You're going to be president before the election even happened. You just going to just have your stuff packed.
You heard it, just
and just put it out front of the White House. And just be like, oh, I'm just waiting. We already have one. I know the election ain't happened yet, but I'm just saying the black delegation has sent me an email already. I fixed Flint. Remember? That's me. I did that.
That was me.
You know what I'm saying?
You're going to have it on every network except
Right.
Fox.
That's me. You know what I'm saying? I did that. That's what need to happen, man.
And somehow
that
45 would say, I did it.
Yeah, he would, huh?
Somehow. He'll finagle his way in there somehow.
I ain't heard him say Obama did it in the last couple of weeks. That's a if I had to look at the positive.
That's rare.
I haven't heard him blame it on Obama. They say, well, the Obama administration, Obama did.
You know, I'm kind of on 45 overload right now because, again, he tops himself every single day.
I bet you he's the #1 spoken about person in the world in the Guinness Book of World Records. He could be breaking records. He's breaking records right now. I bet when they do the summation, the calculation of most things talked about, most words said, and all that, I bet Trump is going to be the head of a lot of those lists.
Good or bad publicity.
That's it. He don't care about somebody saying his name.
Publicity.
If you spell dumb, it's gonna come up his name.
I don't know. I just believe in karma. What he's doing.
Oh, karma is like on vacation.
If it's for real, he'll come back as some anal beads for gay Somalians.
Hey,
or something.
look here. White people trying to get us back for OJ. They trying to get us back. They won. We give up. Quit playing. Quit playing. We give up. We sorry.
I had nothing to do with it.
I had nothing to do with that.
But still, but yeah, he'll finagle his way on trying to say he did something positive to Flint. He'll go show his mug a little bit, but he better have extra security that day. I don't know. I'm not wishing nothing on him because if something happened to him, I think his base is just gonna lose their mind. They're gonna lose their shit, and then this is gonna be.
A lot of them gonna get their ass whooped.
Exactly.
It's really gonna happen because a lot of them getting brave and saying shit like you just ain't ran into the right person yet to be doing. I saw something on the lady was spit on her in the store. Was calling her all kinds.
Yeah, man, she lost her job, of course. But
yeah, but still,
you're in and all this.
You
and
spit
like,
on
man,
me.
and she don't ever disrespect me in front of my kids and mother effer and the kids is right there.
I don't care if you have breasts. If you spit on me, it's going down.
Spit on. Well, I don't think she actually spit on the person. She spit on the floor.
She spit at her.
That's assault.
That's assault, man, and I'm going to return the favor.
That's just a reaction, isn't it? That's a reflex.
Nasty. I've never ever put my hands on a woman, ever,
no.
ever.
I hear you.
But if you spit on me, that's like slavery flashback. Yeah. That's just inhumane. Like that's just man.
Did you see the video?
I saw the video.
No, the flip script of the white guy in Florida. Him and a sister got in an altercation.
Oh, and
she hit him first though. Well, actually, he hit the phone out of her hand.
Yeah.
Then she hit him. Then he haymaked her.
Yeah.
That was the most. I mean, yes, she hit him first, but he hit the phone out of her hand. So he hit her first.
Right. That's what assault.
Even then, take that punch. It was a female.
Her person. That was assault on her person.
Exactly.
So, she did.
So she retaliated, and then he.
Right. Oh, I saw the punches. He was fighting Holyfield.
And then at the end, hey man, that's a lady. I would have jumped that camera so quick.
But the person I would
have jumped that camera so quick, and I would act like I was Dick Buckus.
He's like the cameraman, like I'm gonna get all this.
Man, instead of helping.
Right. At least you could have set the shot up.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be there in a minute, baby. Hold on. Let me get this shot right.
Got your tripod out real quick.
Get your lighting right.
Hey, could you slide over to the left?
Hold on. Hit it one more time. Hold on. I didn't get that. One more time. No, we joking about it, but still, that's messed up, man. People need to engage.
That's the first thing I thought about. I was like, why is this cat still recording this?
But you know what, though? We're living in a world nowadays where some people don't want to engage because they don't want to just be...
They don't like confrontation.
They don't want confrontation.
But some people don't know how to engage because of social media.
That is the first thing
walk down the street and see if you can get somebody to look you in your face.
Yeah.
And try to say hi. It's a man.
I make them.
Yeah, well then I can't.
I don't care if I give them a shiver. They got their blood pumping. I got their blood pumping that day.
My ass. Oh shit, the big black guy. I don't know what he did, but it scared me.
But you know what? As bad as the racists came out now. From
they identifiable.
Yes. There's more people that's trying to prove they're not racist now. You know what I'm saying? Which is actually a good thing. No, it's a good thing that people, they may reach out more and smile in your face and say, hey, thank you, or blah, blah, blah.
But shit ain't going to change unless our counterparts step up and do shit with people like Ellen Pompeo did. Ellen Pompeo, she plays on Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
So she was at a something promoting, I guess, Grey's Anatomy and Shonda Rhimes shows or whatever, and she posed the question. She said, "When I walked in here, what's wrong with this picture in here? I don't see enough diversity." She called that shit out.
That's right.
And she said it. She said, "People like me who know what's going on, we must call this out whenever we see it, whenever it happens." I was like, I was at home like, yeah, Alec, yeah, like. And Gabrielle Union was sitting next to her, like you could see her face. She was like, "Oh my, like yes, girl."
I think it starts at home.
It starts at home, but like I told my girlfriend, I ask her sometimes. I'm like, "Are you in situations where you need to say something?" Like, I would think and hope that you do, because.
It starts a dialogue a little bit, but you got to have two people on the same page to start a dialogue. You can't have no confrontation.
Right, but you let people know and understand where you stand in regards to.
It's not what you say; it's how you say it.
It's how you say it. Hey, can we get a couple more people that don't look like us in this room and on this job or in this facility, because it's starting to look like it's one sided. And you work, especially if you're working at the court or at a police station or representation. If you ain't at the table, what's important to you ain't being dealt with.
Yeah, well, it's fine. I find it interesting that people called out black people that was thinking that police was so bad to black people and say, "Why don't you get a job with the police then?"
Right.
Just because you get a job at the police station and you're a policeman now, if you're black, that doesn't mean you're not going to have that police mentality. Because there's that code. There's that code where if you step out of line, we ain't gonna
have your six.
We're gonna have you set up.
Right.
It's happened. You see it in movies. If you can think about it, people gonna do it.
But there's a way for them to come together as a collective for those who want to say something about what's really going on. If they came out it's all about the numbers. Just like when I was talking about football, you can't be 70% of the league and not change something.
Right.
If them cats post on Facebook, we ain't playing another game until XYZ happened, before they even type out and hit send, it'd have been changed. Like Vegas, they would have been on a conference call. Vegas, all the team owners,
everything would have been in slow motion with their hands.
They would have been a brothel. He said, "What? Stop, baby. Long time later." They're not doing what? They changed the game just like that. It'd be black owners all over. But this is my team. Not anymore.
Right.
It's Tyrone's team now.
So it's easy to identify it.
It's easy.
But it's not easy to apply that shit.
It's all about money. It's solidarity. But
that's for the love of money comes in again.
But the most successful thing that white people did to our society, or black people primarily, is divide them. That's the one thing that's paying off.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. That's paying dividends. And that's why they know that shit will never happen. They know if it did, exactly what I just said will happen. Well, they know it, but they know we'll never do it.
If I won $600 and some odd million, give me 400 something million out of that, because I'd take that buyout. You know how many things I would do for the good. What would you do? I bet you Flint Water be fixed.
Right, that's right. I
guarantee you that.
That could probably be fixed off $1 billion of interest, or the interest on $1 billion. If somebody was, that's the thing I think about. If you got $80 billion or $20 billion,
why can't you help? Why can't you do it?
That interest can fix the whole state.
And plus, that's what you're supposed to do.
You can probably buy Mississippi for $20,000 right now.
What they say, 20 G's?
Right.
That's too much.
Right.
No point in Mississippi. Mississippi's cool. It's that hump state. But you know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying. Gates, come on, man.
It's a way, man.
Shit, Dr. Dre, come on, man. I know Trey Smith is doing something. I'm not quite sure what he's doing.
He created. I'm not sure what it is.
It's something to do with the pumps.
To do with the water. No, he's biodegradable. something with the water and distribution of it and clean water and all that.
But it's still putting a Band-Aid on the situation.
Band-Aid on the situation.
But it's still it's very
somebody trying to do something.
I applaud the young fella because it shouldn't take he's probably 21, 22 years old doing this, and all these grown folks.
Because the kids are the one that care. It's affecting them.
Yeah.
It's going to affect them and people behind them. So it's in their best interest to deal with it now because we killing them. We doing them a disservice, not dealing with the climate change thing and
everything, man.
And we just keep industrializing
Hey, I
ourselves to death.
I recycle.
That's to me, recycling is a gimmick.
I take my bottles back all the time. What you talking about?
It's a gimmick. They may listen. Okay, so
explain thyself,
okay,
brother.
I'm gonna explain it. I had to think about it for a second. I'm like,
take your sip of water. Come on, come on with it.
I agree with recycling.
All right.
I don't agree with us having to pay for it to be done, right? Because in essence, the companies are gathering the recycling that we are giving back to them,
so you paying for it again
and selling this back to us.
That's the same.
That's gangster.
Well, that's like buying wrapping paper.
It's still gangster.
You buying wrapping paper to
you should know, but they
tear it up.
They putting it into commercials. Recycle. You're an asshole if you don't recycle.
You're doing so many other things in life too.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? You don't even think about it.
But the bottom line is their bottom line.
Yeah.
That's
but you see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. I don't quite understand where you mean you're buying to recycle.
Okay,
when you
we're
take a
buying
step back,
the product.
Yeah, I get that part.
At whatever price they charge.
And say it's plastic, and you gather a bunch of plastic.
We're going to take the plastic that we paid for.
So you got to take it back and
give it back to us.
I guess I don't recycle that much.
And we paying for that recycling bin, right?
Okay.
And if you don't want to recycle, they persecute you. You should recycle. You're killing the earth. Okay, so we recycle.
It's gonna look like
the company are taking that recycling, remolding it, and then selling it right back to us.
He talking to me. He's going away from the mic.
My bad. I get emotional.
I was like, dude, I recycle.
I was having the same conversation with that squirrel. You know what I'm saying? It was,
I see why that squirrel don't mess with you. He like, this dude is really nuts.
That's why he thought I killed his girl. I remember that one time.
Shit, you getting me thinking you did. Good Lord.
I'd be like OJ if I had it done.
It's twice we talked about OJ today.
They got a show that she gonna come on TV, be interviewed, talk about it's nothing like the OJ. I watched the first one. I was like, that's OJ. It's called The Fix, and they got my man Adebisi on there as OJ like character. He did it again, and so they called her back to try to hem him up in convicting this time and shit. I
remember after that stuff happened, man, they thought every person that had a white girl, they was looking at her like, it's due time.
Hey, it's a lot of white girls dying by the hands of their husband, which is a white man. But, we live upstairs. Every time my girl, she white, she go to the bathroom, I got my finger on the camera button just in case.
Just in case.
Because she be clumsy sometimes.
My wife fall up the stairs. Are you kidding me?
I mean, like, the kids standing there, you see that, right?
My wife will run into the wall. I'm like, baby, make sure you explain this at work, all right?
Right. I'm like, you don't understand. You injure yourself. They not looking at you.
But then threaten me with it. I'll tell them I didn't do it, but they don't care.
And white people will tell on your ass. Cindy got that thing on her eye.
You got to finish.
Be weak. She said she fell up the stairs.
But Fred has a temper. He has a temper sometimes.
Look, you don't say. Remember that barbecue? Oh.
Hey, man, it's been a pleasure talking with you again. A lot of laughs.
Absolutely.
It's always been just a thought. Now, we don't know yet, but I'm thinking, because my old podcast partner, Jonathan, who's been very cool on this transition.
There will be a migration back to Just a Thought.
It may be but it would be Just a Thought podcast, all in one word.
Yeah,
but
it won't be JEST.
It's going to be just, like, if you know how to spell just correctly.
J-U-S-T.
It would be Just a Thought podcast with one word.
Yeah.
But we'll let you know. But at this point, it's just going to be under JEST for right now.
Right.
But if you have me on Facebook, I'll let that be clarified on Facebook.
And then you can also go to amaroflix.com. There's a tab for the podcast at the bottom. You click on it, bam, it'll take you right to the latest podcast.
So you got good news coming up in the next few weeks, right? You want to tell about it?
What?
But your movie, man.
Yeah. No, it's actually in a week we start shooting.
Oh, you start shooting in a week?
Yes, we start shooting in a week.
Name of the movie?
You're the Church. We're shooting in Chicago. It is funny. We did a live read the other day. Oh my! It was so funny. The narrator couldn't even continue. She just stopped. It was tears. She didn't even explain why she stopped because she couldn't explain. You could see the tears, and she was like, "I just can't." And so somebody just started reading for her. It was hilarious.
That's what you want in pre-production.
So we had 2 actors fly in from Atlanta. We had somebody drive in from Grand Rapids.
Right.
And the talent it's great, man. I'm excited.
That's beautiful, man.
Fred gonna be in it. We gonna, but we gonna. That's not in the schedule,
right?
So it wouldn't be in the budget because we shooting that here. So
right.
It was no need to add that and scare the investors.
Next week on Just a Thought, we're gonna record with another. We're gonna have our third
OG Mufasa.
Yes, we're gonna have a great time. Talk about something. I'm looking forward to meeting this brother. And it's going to be just a thought. Anything we want to talk about that's relevant to us. Like today, relevancy to me was these damn birds. And it got me out there doing my
real life.
They made me rake my leaves.
They made him talk about them on the air.
Yes.
That's how serious it was.
And I had to
they
work.
got themselves some airtime.
Airtime for some birds.
They were living rent free in this man's head. He brought them to the studio.
They living rent free on my damn property. What the hell are you talking about? Damn birds. Hey, we appreciate it. Give us some more feedback. My name is Fred Potter. It's always been just a thought in my head, and I can't speak for Amaru.
There's a bunch of thoughts in my head.
All right.
We focus on a couple.
Look forward to the next podcast. Just a thought. My name is Fred Potter.
Amaru.
Deuces.
Peace. The ghetto. Talking about the ghetto. Trying to live our lives. Won't you tell them about it too short? Too short is cool though. Deuces. Peace.